Hello everyone, and welcome back for another DIY challenge video. Today's video is Try It Tuesday, and this video is hosted by Sammy from Unicorn Dust Designs. The co-host is Theresa B from Theresa B DIYs. Both of these ladies are awesome content creators. They're very sweet ladies. I've left the links to both of their channels in the description box below. In this challenge, we were asked to recreate, to find, or to use DIYs that we have seen and been inspired by. So I have chose 3 content creators, and I have chose 3 of their DIYs. We were asked to recreate them and put our own twist on the DIY. So my DIY number 1 was inspired by Sammy from Unicorn Dust Designs. My DIY number 2 was inspired by Kiki from Kiki DIYs. And my DIY number 3 was inspired by Theresa B from Theresa B DIYs. All of the links to these videos where I got my inspiration is left in the description box below. I ask, and also the playlist link will be in the description box as well. I ask at the end of my video, if you like my content, that you hit the like, subscribe, share, as well as that post notification bell. It's going to keep you informed each and every time that I upload a video. With that being said, we're going to roll right on into this video. Okay, on this first DIY video, the inspiration came from a piece that Sammy did. When I seen her on the video, I was like, yep, I've got that plate almost similar to the one that she had. What I'm doing now is I'm just going in with Rust-Oleum in clean linen, and I'm just giving it a good coat of paint. Actually, you can see where I'm almost out of paint, and luckily I had just enough paint to do the front and the back. It took 2 coats of paint to cover this. I thought the designs in this plate are so beautiful. And I have left the link to Sammy's, where I got my inspiration for this DIY. It's left in the description box below. Be sure to go over and check it out. I mean, this plate was it was so pretty in the pink. I thought about just leaving it, but I'm going to be putting a different twist on it. Okay, the plate is finished. And now I'm going to be going in with some Waverly Antique Wax, and I'm going to be going around the sides and the middle and just do a little dry brush, a little distressing. And as you can see in the video here in a few minutes, I got a little heavy-handed with the distressing part. I'm still learning the technique of distressing, but I will challenge. I want to thank Sammy and Theresa for hosting and co-hosting this, because there's so many people that inspires me, and it's just an awesome idea. Okay, this little bunny that you see here, I took it off of a different project, and I thought this would be perfect for this one. So I'm gonna go in first with Arteza White, and I wanted to paint it first before I'm going to be using scrapbook paper to cover it. I wanted to give it a good coat of paint, especially on the sides. This little bunny did have a little puffy tail on it, and I removed the tail and actually forgot to put it back on, but it's okay, it all works out. Cutting away. And actually, I've learned when I'm doing these smaller projects, I need a smaller pair of scissors for this. So that'll be one of my next Dollar Tree purchases. Okay, now what I'm doing here is I'm going in with a glue stick. I like it a lot better than Mod Podge. I mean, I really do. I've tried both. I seem to have a lot of bubbles with Mod Podge. I can do it, don't get me wrong. I like this technique a lot better. And I'm just placing the paper down on top of the rabbit. And it's just so cute. I just love it. My husband was like, when he's seen it, he came home from work and he's like, I've never ever seen a black and white check bunny in my life. I said, okay, well, think outside the box. Just think outside the box. It'll be okay. I said, you know, rabbits are in all different colors. You never know. You might see a black and white one hop across the yard. And okay, here I'm just going in with my Shore Bonder glue. I love Shore Bonder glue gun. And I'm just also going to be adding some E6000 for the permanent hold on this. This piece is made out of metal and it was very heavy. So I figured, I better add some E6000 to make sure that it holds. Just be placing it down on to the plate and adding some pressure. I didn't want it to fall off. Okay, I think I'm going to get it to stick. Okay, now I'm going to be going in with some moss, and what I tried to do is I tried to put it up underneath of the bunny, but even with the scissors I couldn't do it. So I thought, you know what, time to use the hot glue, and I just went in and added a generous amount, probably way too generous. I go heavy on my hot glue. I have to learn how to use the appropriate amount. I'm always just like going heavy with it. But I'm just going around adding some moss around the bunny. It's so cute. I love it. I love Easter bunnies. I love anything to do with Easter, actually. And then what I'm doing here is I had this idea. I was going to put jute twine up through the little holes. And I ended up doing it, but I had to do it off film because it took forever. But I finally got it done. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to try to show you how I did it. Well, I figured out in the process if I would add a little hot glue to each end and pinch it, I could get it to go through the little holes. The problem was, when I painted, I filled the little holes up with paint. Laugh with me, do not laugh at me. And I just try and try, you can see in the video. But persistency, to be persistent, it pays off. Because eventually, you'll get it. I'm taking the scissors and going down in there, just trying to make that hole just a little bit bigger. I end up having to do it like 2 or 3 times. And here I go, trying to fit that little bitty piece of twine into that hole. And you can see some of it just was like peeling, was taking layers off of the twine. But I just cut the end of it, and I ended up having to add a little bit more glue because it just did not want to go. I was like, you're going in there. I don't care what I have to do. You're going in. And I'm like, what? I was like, okay, let's try again. Sorry you guys are having to sit here and watch me do this, but, it's a process. So I'm just pinching and I'm like, okay, maybe if I'll pinch it, I can get it smaller. And I go back in with the scissors to open up the hole even bigger. Did I get it? No, I didn't get it yet. More hot glue. I promise, guys, I do get it here real soon. And there we got it through. And I just tied a shoestring bow. Just a normal bow. Then I'm going around and cutting off all the edges. Or not the edges. Whoop. All the long strings. And then I thought, that's really cute. But I think I'm going to add some flowers. So I'm just going in and adding a little bit of baby's breath here and there, along with some little white flowers. Different kind of white flowers, I should say. These came from the Dollar Tree. I'm just putting a couple on each side of the plate, or of the bunny. I think it turned out so cute. Thank you, Sammy, for the inspiration. That one didn't want to stay, so I had to do more hot glue. Okay, and it's finished. I'm loving it. And here is the finished project. So adorable. So farmhouse. I was like, yes, I want to create it where I can keep it up in my home, you know, to go with Mother decor. On to DIY number 2. This DIY was inspired by Kiki from Kiki's DIY. I just have a picture frame that I took that bunny that I used from the last project, took it off at the top of this frame, or this photo, this picture. Okay, and I'm going in with just some black paint from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint all around the sides. And like Kiki said in her video, I know black is not very springish looking or whatever, but you'll see. It turns out really, really cute. Just going in and I'm getting all of this done. Try to get all the nooks and crannies. And it didn't matter if I got it on the inside because that's going to be covered here in a few minutes. I ended up with paint all over me. I'm a messy painter. Are you guys a messy painter? I think it's more fun if you can make a mess. Had it all on my fingernails, all up my arms. Thank God I had my lucky DIY shirt on, which is full of paint. My husband's like, you need to throw this away. I'm like, no, keep that. I use that. So I don't want to destroy another shirt. And I'm just going in and making sure I get down in the corners and all that. wrong side. But there it is in all of its beauty. What I did here, in Kiki's, the inspiration piece, she had little Scrabble tiles. I didn't have any, but I did have these little square blocks from the Dollar Tree. And I had a Sharpie. So I just went in and I spelled out bunny. Of course, it wanted to bleed through just a little bit, but I think it turned out really cute. And I also go in and I'm going to be adding a few little pieces of floral greenery that I picked up from the Dollar General. They were $1 and I thought they were so cute. I just added about 3 or 4 to the side. Just try to fill it up. And I couldn't find my little wire cutters anywhere, so I will be investing in a new pair. Just go back in. I had to trim them down to get them to fit. I end up putting 3 little pieces of greenery in there. And here's the finished project. I think it turned out just adorable. Thank you, Kiki, for the inspiration. And I did go in and add a little burlap bow around it. On DIY number 3, I got the inspiration from Theresa B. Theresa B DIYs. I actually missed the part, well, I don't know where it went, where I painted it. But I painted it using mineral chalk paint. And now I'm just going over it, as you can see, with some sandpaper and trying to distress it out a little more. What I ended up doing is I went over the lettering with a Sharpie to bring out the lettering a little more. I'm going in here with some floral foam. I will be adding 3 pieces. And I thought, yeah. And I'm going to be going in with some lamb's hair, 1 on each side. These picks came from Walmart. They were $1.99. And both of these picks were on 1 stem, so I couldn't beat that. And I'm adding these beautiful flowers that I picked up from the Dollar General. I thought they were so gorgeous. And I'm just going in and filling it all up. And I think this is just a little, it's gorgeous. I think it's farmhouse looking. So springy. Spring is definitely in the air. I mean, it is here. I hope you all enjoyed this video that I put together for you.